All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 299 of Psykos Platters. Always powered by coffee each and every time. This one's going to be titled My Weird Record Collection. I know you're saying, Mighty Psycho, where the hell are you going at on this? So, I have to tell you something. This is a story going back from a few weeks ago. There is a record store that I like to go to from time to time, and because like I said before, I'm moving, so I'm selling off some of the vinyl I don't listen to. Okay? So I'm doing that, and he's pretty fair. He's pretty fair in his prices that he gives me and the trades that I get from him, because I usually do most cash and then a little bit of trade, as I've showed you before in different episodes. But he goes off and went off, and the last time I was there, I don't know if I mildly irritated him or what. But he went off and he said a comment about helping to fuel my weird record collection. Now, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, for example, not the last episode, because that's my Kansas album review episode, and if you like Kansas, go watch that, please. It's only about 8 minutes long. But the episode before that, so 297. So, what did I trade? Okay, what did I get in trade? Yardbirds, Naz, Turtles, previously Monkeys. So that's supposedly my weird record collection, to fuel my weird record collection. By the way, that's Wade from Block Street Records in Fayetteville, Arkansas that said that. Now, I know, I'm calling him out. I still like him, don't get me wrong. I just think that's funny that he's telling me that I have a weird record collection. Maybe it was just a flippant one-off comment. I don't really care. Point of the matter is I said, a weird record collection, huh? If you think that's weird, then you haven't seen some of the stuff that I happen to have in the collection, which is mostly the basis of this episode, and then I'm going to show you some recent finds that are really, really cool in the last week. So, Doug Fields and I have talked about this gentleman, and get this, I got to meet this gentleman in the mid-90s. He was a part-time teacher at Columbia College in downtown Chicago. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Word Jazz himself, Ken Nordine. Yes, Ken Nordine. This is one of his albums. He made about 6 albums, if I remember correctly. Here's the front, here's the back. This says promotion copy, not for sale. Most of the albums he had were on dot, okay? But Ken Nordine was a very fine-spoken individual the one time that I met him, okay? But for one of his albums, the Grateful Dead back him on a little bit of one of his albums. So to me, okay, fine, word jazz. So what? I think it's interesting. And if the Dead thought it was interesting, it can't be too weird off, could it? Or maybe it could. So Ken Nordine. Sorry, hang on a second here. Ken Nordine. I'll put him here. And of course, some people would go off and say that I have a weird record collection because of the music stylings of Mr. Frank Zappa. This one here, Donna Joe Cat Lady gave me a copy of Studio Tan from 1978. Here's the front, here's the back. I actually do have a bunch of Zappa, but what I've been doing is I've been listening to most of them, and then I've been giving them to Donna Joe Cat Lady because she's a bigger Zappa fan than I am. That's true. In fact, this is the next one that she's going to end up getting, Zappa and the Mothers, Roxy and Elsewhere, from 1974, recorded in 1973. All kinds of different people. But, obviously his mothers are there, but George Duke is prominent, and Chester Thompson. Chester Thompson, I didn't know Chester Thompson was on my mother for at least a little bit, because Chester Thompson would end up drumming for Genesis on tour for Phil Collins in the Phil Collins era. So I think that's pretty cool. Some people would maybe say that I have a weird record collection because I happen to have some bubble gum. I like bubble gum. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry, damn it. I like bubble gum, okay? How about Ohio Express Chewy Chewy? Yeah, I know, okay? And look, it still even has the $3.97 sticker. It does. Here's the front, here's the back, right? From Spartan, Atlantic. I can't even read the rest of it. Do you know what I'm talking about? But Ohio Express, my favorite from them down at Lulu's. This band, I got to meet them about close to 10 years ago. The Cowsills in concert. Now, I know you're probably sitting there going, oh no. But they got hair. I'm going to tell you the truth. They do cover a bunch of songs. 60s cover songs. I like their version of Paperback Writer, okay? But also they got Good Vibrations, Act Naturally, and then Please Mr. Postman, Walk Away Renee, Good Golly Miss Molly / Devil with a Blue Dress. But go listen to Paperback Writer. I think you'd be at least impressed. The Cowsills themselves. I got to meet 2/3 of that lineup. Here's one that I don't know if I ever showed you guys. I picked this up at an antique market in town. Promo copy not for sale on Big Tree Records. 1972, introducing the Sugar Bears. Yeah, we're talking about Can't Get Enough Super Golden Crisp. You got the ba-da-ba-ba. Hey there, everybody. I'm going to sound like Bing Crosby and sell your kids cereal. And then I'll beat them. No, that's not. But anyways, here's the front. Here's the back. It's actually a really cool pop album, but a lot of people didn't know that this is where kind of Kim Carnes gets one of her early starts. Kim Carnes and Mike Settle from the 5th edition. Yeah, Kenny Rogers' outfit. They're on here. Well, they actually do the male and the female leads for Sugar Bear on Big Tree Records. Okay. Weird, huh? How about this? I picked this up many, many moons ago at a Goodwill on Demon Records. Los Fabulosos Four Cuartos. I cannot even pronounce this, but I love the guitar work. This is from 1965, but it's either Mexican or Spanish, or Mexico or Spain release, excuse me. I can't figure it out. I tried looking up for that. Here's one that I actually got a kick out of. This one from 1966. It's jazz, but it's jazz done over liturgy. Okay, so biblical liturgy from the Bethlehem Progressive Ensemble, Mod Lit. Yes. And you know, really quality stuff. Reverend John Giesel was known at one point as the Bishop of Greenwich Village. It's actually, like I said, not only is it a interesting album, but it's actually a decently priced collectible too from the mid-60s. Alright, some people would say, hey, you have a weird record collection because you got Roky Erickson. Roky was out there after the whole 13th floor elevator episode, after his visits in the sanitarium, and etc., etc. But guess what? I dig it. I dig some of this stuff. And to top that off, on several different Roky albums, you have 2 members of Creedence Clearwater, mainly Doug Clifford, but they are on this, and others. Some people may say I have a weird record collection because I'm a Peanuts fan. My son Michael got me this. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Orson Bean is Charlie Brown, by the way, on here. I don't know any of the other people here. But here's the front, here's the back, and it's on Leo Records, which was your MGM children's label, okay? That's what it was. I like this. Peanuts isn't weird. Some people would say I have a weird record collection because I have Star Trek in it. Leonard Nimoy presents Mr. Spock's Music from Outer Space. This was a gift from Doug Fields. That's right, Vinyl Grotto himself. He gave me this many, many moons ago from his flea market stall. This next one here, only you Chicagoland people are going to maybe get this. Some people may say I have a weird record collection because I have good old Uncle Larry and Little Tommy's Animal Stories from WLS AM 89 WLS, and also oh God, I love this stuff. I cracked up. My mother and I would listen to this in the car live as they were doing. There's about 6 or 7 different volumes of Animal Stories. I've got about 2 of them. Some people would say I have a weird record collection because I happen to have a big band version of some 1950s Atlantic Yakety Yak, the Lieber Stoller Big Band. That's right, it's big band versions of all of their stuff, like Smokey Joe's Cafe, Poison Ivy, Charlie Brown, and then other ones like Hound Dog. It says $2.99 on it. No, I didn't pay $2.99. It was half of this, so $1.50. I heard this is actually also a halfway high dollar album on Atlantic. I've never seen another copy of this. I'm happy to have it. Some people would say I have a weird record collection because I've got Indian raga music. Yes. And guess what? Not just any India raga music. I've got the Radha, can't pronounce this, the Radha Krishna Temple London on Apple Records. I'll tell you, I found this, geez, I've hung on to this for about 20, 25 years. I found it at a library book sale along with, and this was put into movie for Apple Films, I'm led to believe. Ravi Shankar, Ali Akbar Khan, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, in concert, 1972 with Ala Raka on tabla. Yeah, on Apple Records, also on a gatefold. And you know what? I kind of like the music. You just got to get in the mood for it. You got to relax, which I don't relax enough. And this next one, it's for someone I love very special. Some people say that I may have a weird record collection because I got Care Bears in it. This is the Care Bear picture disc that I bought for my late wife Jessica when she was alive. That's right, Care Bear Stare. And by the way, all of what's on this picture disc, written by Flo and Eddie. That's right, 1981-82 for the Care Bears. They also did music, if I remember correctly, for Strawberry Shortcake and others. Yes, you fans out there, oh good, he got the Care Bear. Yeah, I had to. I don't mind the Care Bears. I really don't. You can thank Jessica for that. Alright, my weird record collection. Thank you, Wade from Block Street Records, for giving me the inspiration to do this video. I still like you a lot anyway. You're still a cool dude. Slightly pretentious, but you're still a cool dude. He's gonna hate me. Hopefully not. I don't hate him. Oh, and my newest weird record in my record collection. Donna Joe Cat Lady was with me when I picked this up. From 1971. The Soul Concern. That's right, The Soul Concern. Oh boy, on Foremost Records out of Wheaton, Illinois. Okay? And it's actually, I did look, it's signed by all 6 back in 71 here, okay? The funny part about it is one person out of this, I did some research, one member comes out of this, Lindy Hearn. Lindy Hearn, one of the gentlemen, he is, that guy right there is Lindy Hearn, okay? He would end up cutting a couple Christian rock albums. Well, I don't know if we can really call them rock. He tries. In the mid-70s all the way to the early 80s with help from Eddie DeGarmo from DeGarmo and Key, if you're a Christian rock fan. I actually like some of DeGarmo and Key's material. So it's kind of funny that Lynn Heard ends up associated with Eddie DeGarmo. Okay, so this is actually could be better, but it's not totally crap. But it is weird. Yes, it is. So that's my newest acquisition for that. Now, let's see, what else can I show you? Alright, I picked up the stereo version. This was at an antique mall in mid-Missouri. Living stereo. Hits of the 50s from Sam Cooke. Now, I purchased a mono copy not too long back for my son Michael, because he loves Sam Cooke. He's going to get this too. By the way, go check out his channel, Pease's Places. That's P-E-A-S-E-S Places. And Yarning with Angela. Don't forget those two, please. Tell him Mighty Psykos sent you. Alright, so I got a handful of 45s too. Clap Your Hands from Anthony and the Sophomores from 1959. Gotta Hold On to This Thing, Junior Walker and the All-Stars, around 1969-70. And lastly, Don't Change Your Love, 5 Stair Steps and QB on Curtum, which is Curtis Mayfield's label, okay, from 1970. I like 5 Stair Steps. 5 Stair Steps was a local Chicago area band too. Alright, so I want to leave you with one last story. I cannot find the Spiders 45. I don't know where that went. I picked up a Spiders 45 from 1959, but unfortunately it was a repress, but it was still beautiful shape. Both sides, Doug Fields was right, both sides were excellent on that. So, or maybe it's in here. Oh, no, I fibbed. Ha ha ha. Bells in My Heart was the 45. It was on sale at a antique mall in Pea Ridge, Arkansas. I only paid $2 for it. It was worth it. Also, he showed me some stuff, and he graciously, we're going to do a future trade later, but 1961 on Symbol Records, an original press of Mockingbird from Inez Fox. Yes, very cool. Very, very cool, and I'm very grateful. Got a teensy-weensy cut. You can't even see. It's like a pinprick. Alright, so here's my little story, and I hope I have time on the battery here. Labor Day, I got bored. There wasn't much I could really do. Yes, I'm still looking for a place to live, but, you know, some offices are closed, and I'm like, okay, I didn't want to twiddle my thumbs all day in Labor Day. So that's when I went and got the Spiders 45, and then I went back into town, went to another antique mall, one I haven't been to in months. I'm about ready to leave, and there's a box on the floor that says box of 78s, $20. Now, I like 78s. I don't currently have anything to play them on, but still, some are collectible, and I figure, well, I'll pass off, and I think I found even a couple 78s maybe to trade with Doug for some future stuff. I also ended up finding a really cool one out of that box that's worth about $40 in the condition it's in. It's a 1954 R&B on Mercury, Joe Ligon. Hope I got that right. So that's cool. But that's not why I bought the box. Okay? So, right halfway through the box, I come across a bunch of company sleeves. 45 company sleeves for that matter. Coral, Decca, this is just so weird. No 45s in them though, right? So Coral, Decca, Dot, Capital, RCA Victor, and Decca, Columbia, and a very cool Atlantic from the 50s. That's my first Atlantic sleeve, honestly. Mercury and Fraternity, and a bunch more Coral and Dot, and an interesting other little Columbia one. So I'm going to match some of these up to some of the artists that would have fit that time period, like maybe Elvis or Buddy Holly or whatever. So, there's the thing. So I'm halfway through the box, right? And I come across a mid-50s Johnny Ray picture sleeve. No record, but a Johnny Ray picture sleeve. Of course, Johnny Ray is big for Cry, was his big hit from 1953-54, if I remember correctly. Sorry, kids. I'm tired. So I found this, right? So I'm going, wait a minute, why is that in there? I go down a little more. And Ed from King's Court would be proud of me. I love his channel, by the way. Ed, you're great. to come across. I'm not kidding you. This is minty. Minty Elvis Hound Dog Picture Sleeve. Front and back. Now, this is an original press. This came out in July of 1956. Elvis already had this is the 8 RCA 45, if I remember correctly. This is the very first one to adorn a picture sleeve. The first 7 didn't, but guess what? There's interesting counterfeiters in the early 70s that created picture sleeves for them. I saw a neat little article about this. Now, how do I know that this is an original picture sleeve? Because July of 56 is when this came out. In September of 56, they flipped this. So Hound Dog comes down here, Don't Be Cruel, ends up being the flip, and that ends up being a hit also. Alright? First press picture sleeve. I love it. I love it. I kind of drooled when I saw his 50s picture sleeve videos about a week or two before I got this. But that's not all. Wait, there's more. Okay, so this one isn't as minty, okay? It's got a slight bit of wear. But I also found this one. Love Me Tender, that's right. This was a couple down from there too. So beautiful. Now, this one here, I just need to do a teensy-weensy glue stick treatment, because it's right on the seam. But this one's really beautiful. And I'm happy to have this too. That was worth the $20, don't you think? That whole box. And then, like I said, I got some more. Oh yeah! And I also forgot something else too. At the antique mall that I stopped at in mid-Missouri, where I got that 5th Soul Concern album, I found 2 45 cases. I cut a deal. Got them for a few bucks a piece. Donna Joe Cat Lady got one. But I happen to have a 1961 Capitol Dance Party from the Capitol Record Club. Really, really good shape. And there's nothing in it. You know, hello. There's nothing in it. Just little must. But I decided I'm going to put all my Beatles and Beach Boys 45s in here. Yeah. Any Capitol stuff I've got, mostly, will go in here. Maybe some other things. But I only paid a couple bucks for that. By the way, on eBay they go for 50 to 75 bucks a piece. Could not believe that. But I'm happy to have that in my collection. That makes my fifth 45 case I've got. Alright guys, we're getting to episode 300. That'll be next episode, okay? If you got any questions to ask Mighty Psycho, ask them. Alright, please throw something in there that you want me to talk about. Because I don't mind. I'm an open book here, kids. I am. And then also, of course, just to throw this out there, October 9th through 16th, I will be in the Chicagoland area. The event that was supposed to happen Saturday, which I kind of feel sad about, because Donna Joe Cat Lady, we were going to go to a reptile spider show in Tinley Park, okay? That has been canceled. So time has been freed up for that Saturday. So maybe we might just try to do a record crawl on Saturday, or maybe part of the day Saturday record crawl, part of the day Sunday record crawl, with 2 different main people to do this with. So I don't know. Just get with me and we'll talk. All right. I still need to get a hold of Tim Smith. He's another one I need to talk to. But I'm sorry. I know that there is somebody. I know somebody subscribed to me. I apologize. My computer's acting up a little bit here, but I will mention them in the next episode. And oh, by the way, I have an Instagram now. Yeah, I know. Go figure, right? Psycho DJ, Psycho_DJ on Instagram. I think once in a while I'll post album covers, maybe short little spurts of video, just for fun. Okay. But yeah, so Psycho_DJ on Instagram. And of course, I got Psykos Platters on Facebook, Paul Pease, which is me on Facebook, all kinds of things. Alright guys, you know what? Just take care, God bless, rock on. 300 coming real soon from one of the last videos here in the record room. Alright, I love you guys.